Peace. What is up, everybody? I am OnenO. Welcome back to the blog. I have a short video for you today. I just want to try to touch on this subject of how to heal a divided world, how to heal our divided country, our divided nation, how to heal this, because it seems like we are continuing to play this game of separation, that there's an in group and there's an out group, and the in group is okay and the out group is evil. And it's until we realize that there's no such thing in reality as an in group and an out group, that there's only one, there's only the all. Once you realize that, then you'll finally realize the key of how you're going to heal the world and how you're going to mend society. Because right now it seems like we have infinite evidence as to why there's good people and bad people, right? It seems like there's divisive tactics that are being utilized on a daily basis right now. Some people use these divisive tactics on purpose, and some people are just unconscious and using divisive tactics because they're receiving divisive tactics from places like media and television and even universities at this point in time. So basically, what am I talking about? Well, we have these divisors going on in our country. Donald Trump is a big one. Gender issues is a big one. Everything I see going on with Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro and all of these people, it seems like they are the pushback to this whole thing of divisive tactics, and yet they are being labeled as some of the most dividing people. And it goes on from there. There's sexism that divides us. There's socioeconomic climate that divides us. There's race that's dividing us. But all of these things are only serving your ego. It's only your ego that attaches itself to one of these labels. Whereas your spirit, you're already beyond any and all labeling. And so, how do you heal anything that is attempting to divide you or divide your world? At first, this sounds cheesy, but I'm going to explain it. You heal it with love. And the only reason it sounds cheesy is because it sounds simple or it sounds childish to say you need to heal it with love. But let's look at the metaphysics of what love does versus the metaphysics of what separation and divisive ideas do. Quite literally, divisive ideas divide us. They polarize us. They put a line down the middle and say you're either on this side or you're on that side, and you must choose. Love does the opposite. It says, okay, so maybe we've been divided, but let's look at this side and let's look at this side and let's find how we can see a larger whole from the sphere above the argument. Instead of trying to win the argument, how do you heal the argument? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Especially right now during the holiday season. Today is the day before Thanksgiving. And throughout the rest of this holiday season, there's going to be many, many tactics used, both in your family and in the media, to try to divide you and to polarize you. It's my joy to inspire you to remember that you do not have to live a life that is divided. You do not have to live a life on one side or the other. Why don't you try to find a life where you can actually bring both sides together in the name of love and live on that higher plane? That's the only way we're going to get through this very challenging and dividing time. So don't focus on the two sides of the argument in the sense that you have to choose one or the other. Instead, focus on both sides of the argument to try to figure out how to heal them, how to mend them, to figure out where they come together. Because we will only fight with each other as long as there is a left and a right, and we say that one is correct and one is incorrect. What if they are both trying to paint a whole picture of something at the same time? We need to look at how the left and the right can work together in coherence. That's the only way you're going to actually experience a healed world. And it's not that we should let go of individual opinion. Absolutely, you should have your individual opinion because that's what makes this whole place beautiful. But that's precisely the thing. Individual opinion is beautiful. And if your individual opinion goes against one of the other sides, well, then you're going to have people that are against you just for the sake of argument. And that doesn't make any sense to me. Instead, we should come together in the name of love, in the name of healing, and say that everybody is individual. Everybody has their own unique expression of what it means to be God in a body. So don't let somebody else limit who you are, and instead come to your center and realize that by giving yourself full freedom with a heart of gratitude to be whoever God made you to be, give that same joy to everybody else. Let everybody else be who God made them to be, even if it doesn't make sense to you. Because what you're never going to hear on the mainstream news is that our world is already perfect. Our world is already working in harmony with itself, just so we can exist, just so we can breathe, so we can have our hearts beat, so we can make music. And that's what I'm going to do. It's my joy to make music, to try to bring people together. But I just wanted to inspire you, give you some words of encouragement that sometimes, instead of getting into the polarized conversation of adapting one side or the other side, have your opinion, but try to see it from a higher perspective. Try to see how the two sides are actually working together instead of how they're working apart. And that's how you're going to heal the world. Give it love, because it needs love now more than ever, that's for sure. All right, I hope you have a beautiful day. Until I see you again along the journey, oneness in sound, I am OnenO. Peace.